What's up, Divine Masculine Collective? Thank you for joining me for your energy reading. I'm so excited about finally being able to get to you all's reading. I just got home from a sound bath at the park, courtesy of my homegirl Destiny. Shout out to her for providing that free sound healing session. I came prepared with incense and crystals and a blanket to lay out on, and really took advantage of that time to just tap in, breathe, get some fresh air, ground, affirm myself. And so now I'm prepared, honey. I'm coming to y'all in a extremely zen space. My crown chakra is lit the fuck up, and we gonna see what message comes through for you all. Just all 111, as you all are closing out chapters in your lives and stepping courageously and boldly into new chapters. So I've already pulled some cards to get a feel for the energy, right? And I've known for a few days now that I was being led with these readings to pull from the vice versa tarot. And with this deck, I almost always have to use the book, right? Even though I've had the deck for forever. But the symbology is so significant in the cards that I find myself always needing to like reference the book to get the full message of what's coming forth. Of course, I use my intuition with the cards as well. But for the life of me, and I'm fine with it, I've yet to use this deck without having to reference the book at some point. And I say that to point out that I don't really need the book for y'all reading. Like, what just came out is so crystal clear to me. But there's one particular card that I am a little perplexed about, and it actually happens to be at the bottom of the deck. So we're going to clarify that by reading the message in the book. And I'm going to clarify the reading with the what's the name of the damn deck? The soulmate cards. Nurturing and attracting loving relationships. Because this narrative of a divine masculine who has connected with the divine feminine and being faced with the choice of divine union is still unfolding. And so we're going to tap into that. I did channel what I assumed was to be the title of the reading. Hold on. Because it was some time ago. Maybe like a couple weeks ago. Yeah. So I've channeled already. What day was this? September 30th. The title for the masculine and feminine energy reading. So here we go. So the divine masculine is becoming somebody's daughter's safe place to land. And when I tell you that, it's so needed at this point in the collective, as divine feminine energies are stepping up and out as leaders and sharing their intuitive gifts and talents and doing the work to balance their masculine and feminine energy and preparing to come into union with their divine counterparts. I can personally say, not just for myself, but also like women in the collective who I've had intimate interaction with, divine feminines are so ready to just have a safe soft space to land. And we are doing the work to provide that for ourselves. And for that reason, we just not entertaining no any ass thing, because if you're going to benefit from my good, hard won, high quality, high vibrational healing energy, especially if you're going into this healing portal, if you know what I mean, just can't come with no anything. And one of the things that as a divine masculine that has to be brought to the table is that divine masculine has to feel like a safe space to land. And so we're going to see where y'all are on that journey of becoming somebody's daughter's safe space to land. Also, this probably going to be a long one because I'm being led to read the devotional from Iyanla Vanzant's Until Today, which is one of my favorite daily devotionals. And if you don't have a daily devotional, I strongly suggest in order to survive, that you get you a daily devotional to tap into, like one of those books that actually has advice or some knowledge or wisdom to share per day. Some you could tap into every morning, or maybe you're nocturnal and you have your devotional time at night. But that is a very good resource along your healing journey. I have several of them. I ain't gonna lie, I don't think I got none that I'm willing to part ways with, because I got some really good ones. But if you're in need of one, I could definitely make some suggestions. And I can also look through my personal collection to see if possibly there is one that I can or I'm led to share. But anyway, we're 7 minutes into the video, and so I want to go ahead and get into the message, because here recently I had the honor of doing a client's personal reading, and I was led to do a different format for her spread. So I was led to do 2 cards to represent the past, present, and future. In the same way I was led to do that for her, I am now being led to do that for y'all. So that's what we got here. Starting with the past, we have the Queen of Pentacles. Now with the vice versa deck, there are images on each side of the card, right? But she ain't got her back turned towards you. She's giving you her full attention. The Queen of Pentacles is an earth mother. So she's good with working with herbs. She probably can cook a little bit, maybe not, depending on who's eating. But she's very attuned to Mother Gaia, and she's well-rounded, you know what I'm saying? Like, she can make sure the kids good, make sure hubby good, she can bring in the coin, she's very financially stable, or, you know, even if she's not like wealthy by this world standard, she knows how to manage her coin. She's beautiful. She cares about her appearance and keeps herself up. As you can see here, she has on a cute little dress with some pink roses. She's tapped into her femininity. But she's she's what you call down to earth, humble even. You know what I'm saying? Confident. She knows what she's working with, but she don't feel the need to try to keep up with the Joneses, so to speak. She's sitting there with these antlers on her head as part of her crown, because every queen needs a crown. And sitting on the antler is a hawk, because hawks can see things from a higher perspective. They could see the big picture. So you got this woman here who can cook up something for you, or she can create medicine, or she may be a herbalist, or a medicine woman of some sort. She may be a chef. I mean, she may be a fashion designer. Like, she thrives in this earthly realm. And she's sitting here on her throne out in nature where she thrives best. And she has this kind of welcoming demeanor. You know what I'm saying? She got a little smirk on her face. She feels like a safe space, and that is what she exudes. So everybody who comes into her sphere, unless she's triggering a demons, uh feels like she's a safe space. So this is someone whom possibly you all have encountered in your 3D reality, but there's some secrecy involved in this situation, because you have the 7 of Swords. And here you got a man, he has his hood on, and he's got 5 swords in his hand, but he left 2 because he don't want to seem too obvious by taking all of them, right? So behind him is a tent. They may be partying, praying, having church, or bar mitzvah, who knows, right? But it's a gathering of sorts. That's where the party is. That's where the social or religious gathering is taking place. And he outside stealing and sneaking off. You know what I'm saying? And he's looking behind him as he moves forward to make sure that he's not being caught. There's some secret aspect of this woman who feels like a safe space, this woman who is wifey material, who's well-rounded and grounded, a goddess in the 3D within you all's atmosphere. This is representing your past energy. So at some point in the past, maybe your interaction with this woman was something that you wanted to keep secret, like you didn't want it to be public knowledge, something you felt sneaky about entertaining or being involved with this Queen of Pentacles in some way. But one thing about her, she's someone who knows her worth as well. That is one energy that is associated with the Queen of Pentacles. So whatever was going on, there may be a little tension or conflict or whatever, because this ain't gonna be your sneaky link or whatever the case for too long. You know what I'm saying? She don't want to be a sneaky link, period. But whatever is secretive about this is something that's not going to be able to be a secret for long, because she operates in truth. She operates in bringing things to the forefront, into the 3D reality, and dealing with whatever it is. This could be either this dynamic being, something sneaky about the dynamic, or how you as a masculine feel about this Queen of Pentacles. And we've been talking about y'all feeling a type of way and not saying nothing. That last reading, y'all was having all the damn feels. She was technically the one, and you weren't expressing it. So look, you or somebody you know, because I don't know your business like that, but I'm talking to the people who resonate with this reading, right? So this sneaky behavior may very well be that whole aspect of how you feel about her but not sharing it, and that being a secret, right? It could be that you have a crush on this person and you're not telling them, or maybe she knows, but other people around you don't know. You know what I'm saying? Or maybe you telling them a little bit about your interaction with the person, but you ain't telling them how you feel in its totality, because he left 2 swords in the ground so as to not be so alarming that he's stealing and that all of them are gone. You know, it's gonna take a minute for them to realize, okay, damn, ain't nothing over there. They see the 2 sticking up, you know what I'm saying? It don't give it away as much, you know? So this is that energy of like thinking you getting away with something, but are you really? You know what I'm saying? That's the past energy. In the present, though, mind you, as I'm recording this, it is October 11th, so that's 10/11. We are in the shadow period of the eclipse season. So we have a solar eclipse coming up on October 14th, and then we have a partial lunar eclipse coming up at the end of the month. And it's going to be the solar eclipse is a new moon in Scorpio, which I know gonna affect me, Lord. But all this Scorpio in my chart, ain't no way this eclipse season ain't about to have some big something for me. You know what I'm saying? Because that's just how that shit work. As above, so below. But at the end of the month, there's this partial lunar moon and full moon in Taurus. And so in eclipse season, a lot of things are revealed as the sun and the moon and the earth line up at the same exact time. Or is it in Libra? No, it ain't in Scorpio. It's in Libra. I'm going to share some information about it with y'all on the community board. And I feel like I have already. So check the community board for more information about the energy of eclipse season. But yeah, yesterday was 10/10. So we still in the shadow period of the 10/10 portal, right? And what you got here representing the present energy is none other than the 10 of swords and the 10 of wands. I cannot make this shit up, y'all. So the way that this 10/10 portal is affecting a lot of you masculines is this the culmination of your ego death. What you are experiencing is a dark night of the soul, because that is what this energy represents. And it's possibly your ego that had you in this here energy, not wanting to come forward with the truth of whatever the matter is with this Queen of Pentacles, right? Because the way this was set up is like he moving toward her, but he looking backwards. So he focused on not getting caught, you know what I'm saying? Or whatever not being revealed. But meanwhile, he moving in her direction. So at present, that shit's coming to an end. And whatever was keeping you from expressing yourself or expressing the truth, this deceptive, sneaky behavior, the divine is saying, at. And as a result, it's like you've had different obstacles and trials and tribulations coming at you from every angle and all at once. Look at all of them damn swords, yo. You got people talking about you behind your back, mistreating you. You coming to find out people are disloyal. You got feelings from the past coming up about some shit that people did that hasn't sat well with you, and you addressing it. Because you can't, the tower has fallen. You've had those tower moments. And it's like now you can't ignore how you're evolving as someone who can no longer just go along to get along. Sweep the shit under the rug. There's no more sweeping shit under the rug when you got this Ten of Swords energy. This man is engulfed in water. He has literally sunk to the bottom of the ocean. Water representing emotion. You have that ego death when you are overwhelmed with your feelings and you no longer want to feel like that anymore. So you're willing to do whatever it takes. You're vulnerable. You're no longer in all of this fucking armor because it's weighing you down. But see, what your enemies didn't know, when they hit you with these swords, and I ain't just talking about external enemies, because the dark night of the soul includes the imposter syndrome, that enemy within you, your inner me as an enemy. Yeah, that too. What y'all didn't know is you a survivor, you a warrior. You know how to come out of all this goddamn armor, take them. Once you come out of the armor, the swords come off too. They didn't know that armor was there to protect you at one point, but now you need to get free of all that and find your way to the top. Find your way back to land, back to earth, back to her. So here you are, engulfed in all of your emotions at present. Know that you have my prayers and my support as you are having these experiences. Dark nights of the soul ain't no motherfucking joke, but it's a part of your ascension journey. It is the ascension journey. And when I tell y'all, I'm coming out on one too. So I totally get this energy. But you having to take that armor off and be more vulnerable and be more expressive and honest about, God damn, I'm too old for this shit. Oh, I need to do yoga. I swear, I need to do more yoga. about where you needed help. Here you got the 10 of Wands. That's burdens. That's carrying. You've taken on too much. You're trying to carry too much by yourself. This man knees about to give out. He trying to carry this load on his own. He got so much going on. He's overwhelmed by his feelings. He got people, you know what I'm saying, coming at him wrong or deceiving him. He's deceived himself in so many ways that he's now come into awareness with. He's having a spiritual awakening and he feel like he ain't got nobody to talk to except for her. And now that you've let go of that pride and ego and taken this armor off, it's also time to put some of this shit down before your knees buckle. So you either gonna put it down or God gonna break you down. And that is the experience that you guys are having at this point. I can't even say like I hate this for y'all. And the reason why I can't say that I hate it for you, because I already know it's leading to a better version of you. Is leading you to your higher self. Is leading you to the expression of your most authentic self. It's leading you back to who you were before the trials and tribulations of life had you put on all this armor and connect with all these low vibrational people who put these knives. They didn't even put them in your back, yo. They doing this shit in your face. Because up to this point, you taught them how to treat you. Because that lower vibrational version of yourself was showing up. That's the shit that your ego attracted to you. So now that that ego is dying, you're going to attract higher vibrational people because you're going to present yourself from the heart, from the spirit. A more vulnerable version of yourself is going to attract higher quality connections. People who can help you carry some of this weight so you don't feel like you gotta carry it all by yourself and be breaking your back and fucking up your knees, yo. Cause this man here, he got a little ways to go to get this wood or these wands where he needs to get them. But as you can see, the way his knees bent, he might not make it. This is overwhelmed. This is energetic overwhelm. And at this point, that is where you need to ask for help. But in the future, big energy, major arcana, the judgment card. You have it. This is what they call chickens coming home to roost. No more of this shit. No more of this armor. These people butt ass naked. You got a feminine energy, a masculine energy, and a child. When you got the judgment energy, that is being raised up from the dead, surrendering to your calling, making a decision, and moving forward with it, standing on it, a rebirth. So this is the ego death. This is your rebirth. This is you answering the call, standing in the light of the truth. Judgment Day. You know, in the Bible, they say on Judgment Day, the trumpet gonna sound and the dead will rise. That's you in the very near future. And I'm willing to bet you this is coming with this eclipse energy that is coming in for us. And on the other side of this judgment, or coupled with this judgment, now that you've tapped into your feminine energy, tapped into your divine masculine energy, done some inner child healing, presenting yourself vulnerable to the Most High, becoming the King of Wands. The King of Wands is, in most decks, attractive, right? In this deck, I guess beauty is in the eye of the beholder, but nevertheless, he's sitting in his power, and he's dictating. He's dictating. He's planning. He's a leader. He doesn't mind calling the shots. He doesn't mind using his energy toward that which is worth it. So, like the people who did all this, they no longer deserve his energy, his attention, his time. So he don't give it to them. He only gives it to who and what is conducive to fulfilling the plan, the prophecy, the vision. The King of Wands is very much a visionary. He's passionate. And he puts his energy and time towards what he's passionate about. You see, he got all this red on. He's rooted. He's a warrior. He feels safe and secure because he knows everything he needs is within him, right? So at the top of the deck, we have the Wheel of Fortune. Your life about to change. And it's destined change. The Wheel of Fortune is symbolic of destiny, karma, fortune. And it's not always a good thing. And the wheel always gonna turn. Just like on the game show, The Wheel of Fortune, they turn that wheel and it may land on bankruptcy. It may then land on $5. It may land on $1,000, a new car, a trip to Honolulu. You know what I'm saying? But whatever it lands on, that's what you get, right? That's kind of the same way with us in life. There are some things about life that are just divinely meant to play out the way that they do. And in this case, you are divinely aligned, fated to move into this next chapter of your life. The Wheel of Fortune represents change. Things are changing for you as a result of, and that's another fucking 10, yo. So you got 3 10s out here. Please don't think you about to hide behind the life you've been living up to this point, up to the time when you start to have your awakening, and think that you're going to be able to go back. Because, baby, once you wake up, ain't no going back to sleep. And as a result of you surrendering to it and not fighting it, not resisting it, not trying to go back to sleep, you're going to get the reward. And underneath here, the Knight of Cups. Riding in on that armor and but see, in this case, it's like the energy of a knight in shining armor. But he done took that little piece up that covers your face, so he can look you in the eye and tell you how he feels. Not y'all, this y'all. You know what I'm saying? This is masculine energy, going from the Page of Wands, who was led by his passions, by sexual desires and lust, and had not learned how to, in a mature fashion, channel his sexual energy into something more fruitful and productive, to one who's romantic and emotionally expressive. He still got that armor on, but over time it come off. He's intentional about it coming off because he's giving away his cup. He got that cup in his hand ready to give it to somebody. And once he free his hands of that cup and come off, get off that horse, he can then take that armor off because he's found a safe space. So if you found a safe space to land, why wouldn't you want to offer that to somebody? That's the law of reciprocity, right? Now, the card that's at the bottom of the deck is the one that I want to really clarify, because god damn it, can I pick it up? I'm familiar with the energy of the moon, but I also am wondering how this applies to you all moving forward from this Wheel of Fortune energy and into this moon energy. One thing that is coming to mind, or to my intuition, is that, okay, you got this woman here, she got her boobs out, she's standing in this water, and this is what awaits when you come out of that armor and make your way to the top. The unknown. The moon very much represents moving into the unknown, because something about this dynamic, what has been fearful, what has triggered that imposter syndrome, is that you have to surrender control in this situation. You can't control every turn, every detail, every aspect of a divine connection. You just cannot. You have to leave room for God to be God and surrender to that. That's how you operated when you was in the matrix. But now that you're making your way out of there, now that you've had that ego death, you're surrendering and trusting God and stepping into the unknown and allowing your fears to surface so that you can overcome them, so that you can express yourself and be vulnerable. This woman ain't got not damn piece of clothes on, yo. That's vulnerability and tapping into your feminine energy, trusting your intuition. And I think it's interesting that in this reading, in this card, you have this moon illuminated the way that you do between these two pillars here. And then you have the constellation of, I think this is Scorpio there, but I know this could very well be representing that eclipse energy as well. So I'm gonna read the message of the moon, and then I'm gonna clarify with the soulmate cards, and then I'm gonna read the message from until today, because I'm gonna be obedient to what it is that I'm being led to do, even though I know that's going to make this reading long as F-U-C-K. So it says the moon has passed between the earth and the sun, putting the sun into full eclipse. The day sky fills with stars. Near the horizon, the constellation Cancer, I thought it was Scorpio, the crab is seen. It seems to float above the head of the woman, rising from the water, just as the crab rolls on the other side of the card. The moon towers are shown to be open at the back as with the tower card, but there is no rubble, no sense of destruction here. These towers were intentionally built to both reveal and conceal. One side open, one side closed. The imagination has free flow in the place of dreams and vision. I told you, the King of Wands is a visionary. So now you're moving into the unknown as you surrender to this situation, and you have more of a capacity to live out your dreams and dream out a new reality for yourself, and to receive the visions from the divine that you are to create in this 3D reality. The cycles of the moon are reflected in the cycles of women, and thus the moon card is a card of feminine power. The woman here is the dark side of the high priestess, offering an initiation of sorts. A choice between a bowl of phosphorescent seawater, which is this green water that's in her hand right here, and a glowing egg. Which are you most drawn to, and what does that tell you about your psyche? Remember, rational solar thinking has no place here. The moon shadow has turned day into night. Yeah, this is you. Trusting your intuition, being led by your intuition, and not taking a logical approach to this situation. With this Queen of Pentacles. You're not going to be able to plan out and map out this situation and know how everything is going to unfold beforehand. You're just going to have to follow the signs, synchronicities, and the intuitive nudges at this point in the junction. And that is requiring that you all tap more into your feminine high priestess energy, which is that energy of nurturing and taking care of yourself. So this decision that you make toward this Queen of Pentacles is the decision, the self-loving decision. It is the self-nurturing decision. It's not something that is going to require that you deny yourself what you feel you're worthy of, you deserve, and you're going to do it irregardless, especially irregardless of these people who put these knives in your back and your front. That's a bold motherfucker when they put it in your front. You know what I'm saying? When they stab you from the front, that's a lot of knives, y'all. I should have done a trigger warning, because if you going through this, probably just seeing this image and associating it with what you've been going through is probably triggering. I get it. Know that if you would like a personal reading, I am available for readings. I have a few slots open, as I do have readings booked and events as well. Just got a call today to facilitate a workshop for some young ladies with Project Butterfly Houston. I'm excited about that opportunity. So we're gonna be talking about numerology. But yeah, hit me up. I'll see if I can squeeze you in for some support. You know what I'm saying, along this journey. Cause this energy right here, this 1010, this shit y'all being called to leave behind. 1010 representing closing out a cycle and beginning a new one. This don't feel good. This shit here feels terrible, yo. This shit here is oppressive. But it's divinely being put into your atmosphere and your physical reality, your experience at this point. So you can let that ego die. And you can receive and make room for the gifts that God has in store for you. So I'm going to clarify this reading with the soulmate cards. It made no sense how I forget the name that quick. And it fell on top of the Ten of Swords. Do not fear the current changes. All is happening in accordance with your divine plan. The current events are paving the way to a brighter future. Love illuminates all darkness. Remain positive and light. Whatever y'all got going through in this current moment, whatever your current situation is looking like, that is your word of encouragement. Do not fear the current changes that are taking place. Yeah, that wheel turning, that wheel of fortune, you going through these changes, that 10 energy bringing in them changes, but love illuminates all darkness. So that love that you have for this individual that you've been holding back, holding close to your chest, don't want nobody to see it or know it, you probably feeling like that's your secret weapon. That's how you moving through life with the support of your Queen of Pentacles. But you being called to bring that from in the darkness with this sneaky link energy and bringing it into the light. And at the top of the deck, you have, I am so grateful for you, my love. You give so freely without condition. Life is an endless flow of blessings because of your great love. I ain't got no reason to lie to y'all. That's what it say. And that is very much the energy that the Queen of Pentacles embodies. She gives freely because she operates from abundance consciousness. She knows that whatever she puts out into the atmosphere is coming back to her tenfold. She'll never lack. It might get rough sometimes. The economy get rough. Resources get low. But she know if they get low, that's just making room for more to come in. So for the most part, the Queen of Pentacles, she keeps her, she stays optimistic. And at the bottom of the deck, your spiritual awareness is growing. And so too is your sexuality. Sensuality is heightened. And this has a magical effect on the one you love. A sacred union is reborn. Love is the present moment. I told y'all, in most decks, this King of Wands, and the wand is often symbolic of the phallus or the penis. He's normally very attractive in a deck, but you know, beauty's in the eye of the beholder. So whoever created this deck, they probably thought he was cute. You know what I'm saying? But that is you as a result of this judgment, making this decision, answering your call, and surrendering to this rebirth. A sacred union is reborn. And it involves you stepping into this King of Wands energy, passionate, coming through, ready to... Man, look. I can't be getting rated R on here. I ain't even got monetized yet. I fuck around and say some stuff that shut my whole shit down. I'm not finna play with y'all masculines. I'm not. We not finna do that. But just know, that King of Wands energy, baby, gets to it. So that's that, right? And then, oh, the one I wanted to clarify. I don't really need to clarify the moon. We already clarified that. So we ain't gonna even go there. I am gonna read the message for the daily devotional though, because I feel like somehow that ties into this message. So we're looking for the devotional for October 11th, and then I'll take a picture of it and put it on the community board for y'all as well. But it says, I will realize my own worth when I accept. I already know the answers to the questions I am afraid to ask. Questions are wonderful. Questions open the mind and heart to new levels of awareness. What this say? Your spiritual awareness is growing. And so too is your sexuality. Awareness. Damn, we had a reading a while back. I don't know if it was specific to the masculines. I believe it was. But the wizard of awareness kept coming up because y'all was stepping into a deeper, higher level of awareness. So now that you're there, you got questions. You ready to explore some shit. It says questions support our steps toward growth, healing, and evolution. They give us something more to reach for and more things to consider as we reach where we are going. Questions enliven our innocence. They also solidify our wisdom. While we may think questions bring us answers, the truth is the answer is always within the question. How do you know when it's time to leave a place, an experience, or a situation? When you feel like this. When you feel like you fucking sinking, everybody against you, is no hope. That part. When shit ain't honoring you, it's time to go. Questions enliven our innocence. They also solidify our wisdom. While we may think questions bring... Okay, I read that part. How do you know when it's time to leave a place, an experience, or a situation? That's that change y'all going through. Our sure sign is that you are asking the question. Chances are that by the time you ask the question, you already know the answer. If you are asking if you should leave, here are a few more questions you may want to consider. How does being where you are make you feel? What is it that you desire to feel? What is the experience that you hope to have if you stay? These are very much King of Wands types of questions, because once you start questioning where you are, what you want, what would fulfill you, all that, you start developing the vision and the plan for getting what you want, for changing that situation, for changing the narrative. Instead of feeling powerless in the situation, you tap into your power to make that change. Does having a better experience depend on anyone else? Possibly a Queen of Pentacles. Why have you given someone else control of your power, your joy? How can you give to yourself what you are expecting from someone else? Why haven't you done it up to now? These are some very good journal prompts for y'all as well. That's why I'm going to make sure to put the picture in the community board. Very often, the question we ask ourselves is not, is it time for me to leave? Rather, the question is, how can I stay here and create a better experience for myself? An even better question is being where I am worth the effort it takes to stay? Until today, you may have been waiting for someone to make something happen to make your experience better. Just for today, be devoted to uncovering any fear, resistance, or unwillingness to make it happen for yourself. Today, I am devoted to asking questions of myself and recognizing the answers that I already know. So that's like the affirmation or the mantra for you guys. Today, I am devoted to asking questions of myself and recognizing the answers that I already know. This book is not specific to gender. A lot of people that are attracted to Iyanla's teachings are women, but she does very intentionally work with masculine energy as well. And so this is the book. I have found it at the Goodwill several times. They keep it in stock over here where I live. But you can also search on Amazon, go to Books Price and booksprice.com, BOOKS price.com, and you can compare the prices across the internet, including the shipping costs, if you wanted to get the book. But it's Until Today, Daily Devotions for Spiritual Growth and Peace of Mind. And as you can see, it has daily devotionals. Dope book. I've had it for years. This might be my second copy. This one a little raggedy, but as you can see, it's still useful. I hope the message found y'all well. If it did not find you well, I hope that it leaves you well. I'm sending you all my love as you grow and evolve into a safe space for somebody's daughter to land, as you are reaching the end of your dark night of the soul. Fortunately, but unfortunately, we go through the dark night of the soul at several points on our ascension journey. But for many of you, this is your first time having an awareness of what that is, and it is not easy. And so if you resonating with this energy of this shit and this shit, do not go through this shit alone. Find somebody that is close to you that you can connect with. If you have questions, as it says in this devotional, ask the questions, y'all. Get that knowledge and that wisdom that you need. Don't let your pride and ego keep you from tapping into that student energy, because y'all are being led to be teachers. And part of having to let go of that ego is because at any moment you can shift from being the student to the teacher and back again. But right now, y'all are having to tap into being the student, learning, evolving, growing, and being comfortable with saying, I don't know, but I want to know. I want to learn. I want to say at some point, as we've been exploring this energy, the message that came up was teach me how to love. Like Teach Me How to Love by, was it Music Soul Child? A few people got, I think Miguel got to teach me too. It's a bunch of songs out there about the feminine energy, teaching the masculine energy how to explore their emotions and be more emotionally intelligent, how to move through their spiritual journey and evolve and grow and get closer to God. And if that's the place that you're in, find somebody that you can talk to, ask those questions. And if you ain't got nobody, then hit me up, email me. If you know me personally, call me, text me. That's legit what I'm here for. That is my purpose in this life. To learn, to love, to teach, to grow, to evolve, to shine. And with that being said, y'all, like the video should you have liked something that was said. Subscribe if you have yet to subscribe. Share the video should something that was said have resonated or may resonate with somebody that you know. But until next time, y'all, peace.